Linda Ziegler here with another edition of Creative Cognition, and this time we're going to start talking about imagination. Wow, that is something so much fun. And this is our little visual, and I want to show you up close because when kids see him, sometimes they giggle because he just looks crazy. He's out there, and he's one of my favorites. And down below it says imagination and wonder. Because when you wonder, you're imagining it could be this, or you're asking questions. And we're going to talk about that too. But today we're mainly going to talk about imagination and understanding how imagination works. Because when you're imagining, you are picturing things that maybe you've never seen before. It's just, it just happens up here until you bring it alive. So we're going to start with talking about the goal. And this is what I want you to remember. To imagine, you visualize. To imagine or wonder, you visualize. You make those pictures in your head. So let's try this. I'm going to say a word, and it's something you know and it's real. And then we're going to take that animal and take it into your imagination. So here we go. Pig. So you see, if you're a farmer and you have pigs, you probably have all different colors in your head, but most of us are going to have a little pink pig kind of in our head. Well, what if we change that now and use our imagination to purple pig? How about humongous purple pig? Did you feel it? Your brain just saw something huge, purple, and it's a pig. I've never seen a purple pig, a huge purple pig. So that's your imagination, going places that it's never gone. And it's really fun. It's important that we know the difference, though, of our imagination and what's real. Let's do one more. Let's start with a real cat. See that in your head, make that image. And now you decide, make that cat be doing something that cats don't do, or the size could change, the color could change. I'm kind of picturing a cat with a cape, like a super cat that's going to save the day. You can do anything you want with your imagination, but you need to remember it's your imagination, not real. So I'm going to show you a couple pictures of the first of a couple texts, like just the picture, and I want you to see which one is real and which one is your imagination. Here we go. One of these texts is real, talking about facts, and one of them is talking about, well, it's a story with your imagination. I bet you can get it. I bet you can get it. Both of them are about crayons. So we can take almost any topic and we can use it to say different kinds of things that we want to do. So I want you to know a couple things about crayons. I want you to know that this one is the fact one, and they were first made in 1903, so they are way older than me, so they're old, over 100 years old. And it's a very recognizable scent. In other words, when I think about crayons on the first day of school, you can just smell them. They smell so amazing. But you know what? They have made smelly crayons. And I think those are fun. This one is a set of 24 and it's by Crayola. And Crayola was the first one to make crayons. And it shows you all the scents and they match the colors on the back. I think that's really fun. Another thing is I wanted you to know that there was this man that made, and this is true, he asked all the kids to send their like pieces of blue crayon to him, and he made a 1,500-pound crayon that was 15 feet long, so probably about like maybe the length of your living room, and 16 inches in diameter. That's how big this crayon was. Amazing. And blue was chosen because it was the most popular color. I thought that was interesting. And there's other facts, but I wanted to read to you now a little bit about this crayon, who the day the crayon came home, and I'm going to just read you one of these, and I chose to read you a turquoise, which is a kind of blue crayon. And this is the drawing that the illustrator did to match, because we know that images have to match the words. So I'm going to read you, this is a postcard that he wrote to his owner, his previous owner, who was named Duncan. Hi, Duncan. You're probably wondering why my head is stuck to your sock. A question I ask myself every day. Well, it's because last week you left me in your pocket and I ended up in the dryer. I landed on your sock and now he's stuck to my head. Can you please come get me? Also, why does everything you wear still smell even after it's washed? Your stinky sock stucky on your head, buddy. Turquoise crayon. P.S. Sock says hi. So definitely that took us to a place that when crayons talk, that's what the author did. And he said to himself, what if crayons could talk? And for real life, Crayola people said, what if we could put smells in crayons? So you can have your imagination going with real things and with not real things. I'm going to read you a poem now, and it is you pretending to be a robot. The name of it is If We Were All Robots by Jamie Garand. And I'm going to let you act that out and use the author's imagination, and it's going to trigger your imagination to act it out. But before we start, you need to press pause and go get a doll or a stuffed animal, something that you're going to use to act out. So press pause. Okay, we're back. Here we go. Be ready. You get to act this out. And I'm not going to stop. So you're going to just act it out. Here we go. If we were all robots instead of girls and boys, maybe we'd have humans to play with as our toys. We'd keep them in our closets and take them out for games. We'd dress them up in little clothes and give them funny names. We'd take them to the marketplace. We'd take them to the pool. We'd listen to them singing songs and send them off to school. We'd see them getting taller. We'd help them as they grow. We'd wish that they would get smaller, but they don't do that, you know. They grow up to be astronauts and presidents and kings. We'd pretend that we were humans so we could do human-like things. So we might as well be humans if we ever get the choice, because who'd want to be robots when we could be girls and boys? If you want to act that out again, you can just take that on the video, take it back to when I start reading, and you can act it out as many times as you would like. So imagine something that you would like to be when you grow up, for real. And use your thinking to remember things that you would like to do. And use your heart to imagine, how can I help the world? That's what people are doing right now to help us. They're thinking with their hearts, and they're thinking, how can I help? What can we do? Use your crayons and write or draw about it, and share your thoughts with those of you that are in your house. Final thought, we can manage our thinking with our imagination. We choose to imagine things that are good, and that's going to make us think and feel better. Till next time, bye-bye.